Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
Terrence.
What's up?
And Carrie.
What's up?
All right, guys, we're back. This episode, we've got a lot going on, so I'm going to jump right into it. But before we actually get into the meat of the show, Carrie is here not just to talk about normal stuff, but Carrie has an announcement.
Yeah.
Carrie's pregnant. No, that's
No. God.
Surprise, surprise. No.
No. I'm trying to be the opposite of that right now.
Take it all out.
Yeah, legit. God. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I really think you should have lived ahead.
The premium show that I'm doing now. Yeah, so I've got a new premium show that should be out at the same time as this episode called Upstage Conversation, and it's a musicals podcast, a movie musicals podcast.
Yeah, so Carrie decided she wanted to class up the joint and make a show not about idiots smashing things against one another, like all of our other premium shows are just action movies and people being idiots. Yeah, so I don't know, tell them about the first episode.
Yeah, so the first episode, I harassed Jay until he agreed to do this with me.
Yes.
But we discussed Hairspray, the 2007 film version of Hairspray.
That's right. The Baltimore-based classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually, just a little inside baseball. I actually really had a good time doing the show. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
So each episode is going to be somewhere between 30 to 45 minutes once a month. And then Carrie is the host and we'll be rotating co-hosts. So just before we started, we were discussing future episodes.
Yeah.
So
Which means you're going to see these two chocolate bugs at some point as well. So
look forward to that. So the first episode will be up, like Carrie said, by the time you're listening to this.
we're making the first episode free for everyone, and then everyone that follows will be behind the premium paywall. So.
Yes, that is correct. So look forward to that and many other new episodes of Upstage Conversation. Yeah. So that, amongst many things, there is also a new episode of Airing of Grievances that has been recorded.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You know why? Because Mike Bloomberg, I get it done.
Mike Bloomberg.
That's the person you really want.
Yeah.
That was his tagline. Was it?
Yeah, he gets it done.
He gets it done. Yeah, racist.
Shut up.
Yeah, he gets racism done. Yeah.
Well, like Mike Bloomberg, I get it done.
Hey, does anybody need to be called a horse-faced lesbian? I get it done. Mike Bloomberg, yeah, that's an asshole. So you know what? That's actually accurate, I guess.
Horse-faced lesbian, you're fucking wild.
He's an asshole, looking like he looks, which is amazing. But yeah, there is a new episode of Airing of Grievances that is done. Just so we don't step directly on Upstage Conversation, that episode will come out on Monday of next week. You will be getting this on Friday, but that episode of Airing of Grievances will go up Monday, and then we'll probably have another episode also that same week, but I just don't want to step on the new show
Appreciate
as well.
It.
So we're back with Airing of Grievances as well. Obviously, No Time to Bleed has been on a regular schedule. There'll be a new episode of that this month as well. So don't know what we're going to do. We'll figure it out. Time will tell. That'll be sometime in the middle of the month. All right, so let's get right into it. Checked out this week. I am watching season 2 of Formula One Drive to Survive. Terrence, you watched the first season?
Some of the first season.
Yeah.
I thought it was good, but,
right.
Kind of fell out.
So this season is somehow better than the first season only because now they have access to all of the Formula One teams. Like before, the first season, only a few signed up because they're like, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to let Netflix go behind the scenes of all of our operations and like leak all of our fucking information. But it turns out the first season was incredibly popular. So all the other teams like Mercedes and stuff were like, all right, cool. We'll let you behind the scenes. And it's that much better because of that.
Nice.
And especially like the episode that I just finished today is focused on Lewis Hamilton, who's the black driver who's like, he's won 5 world records or whatever, world championships in a row. So he's going for the 6th one, which has never been done. that dude is kind of the Michael Jordan of Formula One. Like, it's kind of wild. Like, that episode, he has the flu, like that very famous fucking playoff game that Jordan had. He's like, oh, he's sick and he can't play. And then he, like, did amazing. Like, he was sick, which with a Formula One driver, like, really not the time to be sick in a fucking race.
Really dangerous.
You're doing like 200 plus miles an hour.
Right.
And it's really hot.
And it was...
Well, I guess you could sweat it out.
That particular race, it was raining, too, which was insane.
That's great.
It was fucking terrifying.
So he just put his life in danger even more so than he already does.
Right. But the thing is, so each episode is broken up into, like, background of, like, what's going on, like, particular thing. Like, the Mercedes team, not to go too much in the weeds, but the Mercedes team was terrible for a long time. And then Niki Lauda, who is a really super famous Formula One driver. If you've ever seen the movie Rush, that's about him. He's well and retired. He's an old guy now, but he was like helping the team out, and they kind of got them back on point. And then like he hired Lewis Hamilton, and they're really great. But he died recently, and that like really fucked the whole team up because they were all really close to him and everything. He's like an icon, and so it's dealing with the team losing him, and then Hamilton being sick. And so each episode is like the story, the qualifying, and then the race. And so Hamilton was sick during the qualifying, and like he goes like the first lap of the qualifying and he gets like 12th position, and which is terrible for him. And so he's like, well, I guess I just gotta, he's driving. He's like, well, I guess I just gotta fucking turn it on. And he basically just watched this guy go from 12th to first, and he's sick as shit and beats everybody in the qualifying. You know, he's like Michael Jordan, but he lost the race because he was like still feeling horrible and it was raining. But like pole position is a big thing too.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of amazing to watch.
I love that game back in the day.
Pole position. Yeah, it was a good game. So yeah, like if you are even remotely interested in this, and like from a video standpoint, like cinematography standpoint, it's impressive as shit.
I do remember that from the first season.
Yeah, like, that's what drew me in. I was like, this trailer looks dope as shit, and I watched. I was like, yo, I'm mad into this. Like, you're all winners. I don't know anybody. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't have any teams that I care about. I'm just like, just go fast and don't die. Like, that's it. But it's good. It's really good.
Cool.
Carrie, you recorded a review for Onward and Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution, which is the most Japanese name ever.
It's a lot.
So those reviews will be up in their normal places in the Coming Distractions feed, as well as youtube.com/the Nerdpocalypse.
Got a lot of high quality Carrie content coming at you this Friday.
Yeah,
so.
it's a little too much. I would argue. It's a little too much.
We won't do it again. It's fine.
Yeah. Thank God.
But yeah, in addition to Onward and Pokemon, I did see My Hero Academia: Heroes Rising.
Is that a movie?
Yes. So
Okay.
it's the second My Hero Academia film. It's very good. It's very well animated. They kind of break some aspects of the series, but then it's just like, nothing matters because it's a non-canon
it's a
anime
one-off.
movie. Yeah, it's like this weird one-off, and it's fine. If you like My Hero Academia, definitely try and see it. I don't know if it's still in theaters by the time this episode comes out. They did like a limited theatrical run. I thought it was really good. The action's really good. I would die for Izuku Midoriya. What else is new?
Okay. Seems extreme, but all right.
Look, that's my son you're talking about.
I told you she was.
I also watched the first episode of Love is Blind.
So is it good? Is Micah correct?
Garbage.
No, Micah didn't say it was good. Micah said he enjoys garbage.
That's not what I heard you say.
As I posted in the fan group, gimme the garbage. Cause yeah, my God. Like, I have seen some trash reality television. Like, I've watched 90 Day Fiancé.
Yeah, see, that show is
that.
nuts, dude.
That show's nuts. Like, that eventually got, like, too much for me, where I was like, I'm cringing just thinking about this show. Yeah, God, Love is Blind is right up there on the cringe factor for me.
Yeah, Love is Blind is, they had the reunion episode come out today.
Oh, no.
And it's not as wild as you would think.
Are any of them still together?
The two people, the two couples who were married are still together, and the one couple who broke up, they got back together. Fuck them. Because, screw them. Screw them. Because I don't like either one of them. I don't like Gigi or whatever the hell her name is.
I don't like
she
anyone
sounds like
on
a
this
baby.
show.
And Jessica she says that she's dating. She ain't dating. Don't nobody want her. She's a bitch.
Don't
nobody want you, Jessica.
Yeah.
Somebody might.
No. Nobody does.
There's
Nobody
no one
loves Jessica.
who I found likable at all within that first episode. There wasn't anyone.
It takes a minute.
There wasn't anyone who I was like, I'm gonna root for these guys. I was like, yo, fuck all these people.
I feel like this show couldn't possibly have anyone to root for. They also
Also, you know what's really
you absolutely root for the black woman and her husband.
Really?
Yeah, you know why you root for them? Because you don't see a lot of them. You know why you don't see a lot of them? Because that black woman is like, no, we ain't fucking around with all this nonsense. Let's go over here and get to know each other. And they are the ones that make it, right?
They're still married.
That's nice.
I find that weird that...
Oh, it's all weird.
He's the scientist. Her husband is a scientist.
Yeah, and her occupation
says science.
Her occupation is content creator.
All right. He's a YouTube star.
All right. So okay, hold on.
What are you talking about?
So at some point they're going to be on House Hunters, and it's like, I sharpen pencils professionally, and I'm a content creator. We have a budget of $50 million or some shit like that.
Yeah, the
Apparently
thing
he had
that
a house already, a large house.
Yeah,
that he
had a big place. He had a big. Well, it's Atlanta, so you don't need much money to have a big house.
I think what kills me about like the concept
You need
of
like
this
$300
show
a week, and you can get a big house in Atlanta.
is that they're like, oh, Love is Blind, but then like everyone they have is like conventionally attractive.
What did I say?
Yeah, he said
I said this the first thing I saw. I'm like, this show is already bullshit. Everybody's beautiful.
Yeah,
Fuck
you've got a bunch
Where are
of
the
women.
mud ducks?
You've got a bunch of women who are all size 4s, and you've got a bunch of dudes who all have the exact same physique. It's like,
Yeah, they're all over 6 feet except for one. Like,
Yeah.
yo, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
Which is
Wait,
bullshit.
shut up.
Under 6 feet is average height. How many times do we have to go through this?
The show's bullshit.
I would
that was
be.
my biggest problem.
Yeah, I would be way more interested in this show if you had people talking to each other who are plus size or who are shorter than average or, you know, maybe someone who's in a fucking wheelchair or just like any number of like
just grab a
normal,
random
everyday
array of people. Right.
Not 24 fucking models of what you want your conventionally attractive human to be.
Yeah, it does really kind of fly in the face of Love is Blind.
Right.
Because
If Love is
you talk to
Blind-
each other for fucking however many days, and then you meet each other, and oh my god, you're so hot. Like if you did that, and like you're like, oh,
right.
Love is not blind.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Come on, yo.
Also,
Yeah.
Love is not
Bullshit.
blind. Love is not
It
blind.
isn't. It isn't.
No.
It's not. Fuck off.
Yeah, no, Love is not blind.
Unless you have a lot of money.
Then Love is very blind.
Yeah.
Then love is
Mike
slightly
Bloom-
nearsighted.
Yeah, is Michael Bloomberg married?
I don't even know.
Donald Trump is married.
He is.
Yeah, Donald Trump's wife was a former hooker, allegedly.
No, there's naked pictures of her online.
Yeah, you can
was
see her
a
whole
model.
pussy if you Google it. What the fuck?
She was a whole ass model, right?
Yeah,
A
model.
whole ass model? Is that what you
A
just said?
whole ass
Sure.
model.
Yeah.
She was an urban model, like all the women on Instagram put. Oh, I'm an urban model. That's not a real job, yo.
Nah, they make a lot of money.
Some of them do.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw a
They're
woman.
content creators.
They are.
Really are.
Dude, I saw a woman on Instagram. I follow a woman on Instagram, and she had posted something, and she was like, "Oh, I have a OnlyFans page." And I went to the OnlyFans page. I'm not ever going to sign up because I'm not giving you money. Get out of here. I can see half
Patreon.
your ass for free. Why am I signing up for anything? But I clicked on the link because she has a Patreon page, right? So it tells you, because I wanted to see how much money she was making a month. She was making $90,000 a month.
They make a lot of money.
I was like, wait, what? Or no, I'm sorry, $20,000 a month. It's like $228,000 or something a month or a year she was making.
I gotta start selling pictures of my feet online or something. I gotta.
Yo, you can make a lot of
I
money.
have a friend whose sister does that, and she makes quite a bit of money.
Really?
I gotta
Like,
get
what's
that
quite a
game.
bit?
Enough where she can buy whatever the fuck she wants.
Does she have a job?
Yeah, she has a job.
Does she need to have that job?
Yeah, selling pictures of feet. That's her job.
Well, no, she has a job and then she does it on. Like, all she got to do is take pictures of her feet and niggas pay for that shit.
Yo, that's insane,
On
yo.
OnlyFans.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, OnlyFans is.
Oh, you can make
If
bank.
you put the right
I know
content
what
on there,
I'm doing
people
after we're
make
done recording
quite
this
a bit of
episode.
money.
Yeah, if you're cool.
Euphoria.
If you're cool with
wild.
if you're cool with having dudes jerk off to your feet, like that's fine.
Yeah, pay me.
Like if they're gonna do
You think
it,
I
you might as well
care?
fucking pay
You think my husband would care?
No,
He would not.
hell no.
My husband-
100%. He'd be like,
No,
yo,
my husband-
why haven't we done this earlier?
Yeah, my
like,
husband
you
would be
getting paid
like,
for
yo,
doing
we're
what?
gonna pay off our house that much quicker. Fuck yeah. Like,
Get your goddamn feet on the internet.
yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Just feet. That's weird, yeah.
It's super weird.
I gotta get in on that.
Well, there's a wiki for feet, which is disgusting to me. Yeah, it is. It's a real thing. Humans are gross. You're gross, and you should all
Like I feel
burn.
like there's
all
a certain
burn.
subset of dude who would like pay me a lot of money for my gym socks. Like,
Yeah. No, there
I know
is.
that
they are.
person
They
exists.
They exist.
100%. I'd be like, yo, I got tattoos on my ankle and I go to the gym. You want my socks? You'd be like, fuck yeah.
Yo, dudes are wild.
Yeah, dudes are wild.
Look, see,
Give me money.
Look, see, this is
Give me money.
This is the like women get a raw deal on so much in life, but this is the one avenue that is completely unbalanced. A guy can't just be like, here's a picture of my soft dick on OnlyFans. Like, nobody's paying to see that, dude. They're not. They're not. I read a whole article about, like, how OnlyFans, like, how much these people make. And this one guy, he's like a gay dude, and he, like, posts all these pictures of him, like, shirtless or whatever. He did that for a year. And then people were like, yeah, this is all fine and good. We want to see you getting fucked. Like, on OnlyFans. And he basically pressured this guy into doing porn. Because he was like, it's the only way I can make money. You gotta fuck. Women are just like, here's a titty. That's enough. That's enough. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. Or your feet. There's not even anything like that special. That's wild.
The only,
I like that.
The
Is
only
OnlyFans
prerequisite is you have to have
safe?
your feet done. That's it.
That's your only expense. I'm just going to start stealing feet pics off the internet, and I'm going to start my own OnlyFans page with other just random white women feet. That's what I'm going to do. Feet's a go-go. That's my OnlyFans
Feet's a
page.
go-go.
That's it. Look, they'll pay for it. You know what? That might be how we fund this whole thing. Like, how'd you fund this with a disgusting foot fetish series of images? Oof. Gross. I hate people. Science and tech this week.
Speaking of dudes who probably like feet pics.
100%. Elon Musk. No, 100% he does. He's a creep. He makes good cars, though. So Elon Musk talking to the United States Air Force pilots last week said the fighter jet era has passed. He was basically saying, look, drone warfare is where the future will be. It's not that I want that to be the future. It's just that it is
That's
what it
where
is.
we're at.
Right. So he basically is saying drone. I mean, obviously we use a lot of Predator drones and shit like that all over the world, but to bomb poor people. But what he's saying is they need to, the future is like full automation. And of course, I'm sure he was like, yes, that's the world. By the way, I have some ideas. You can sign up for with me. So I assume that he's advocating for the movie Stealth. Right?
Jesus Christ.
There's an option for we watch trash.
Yeah.
Yo, I watched a clip after I read this article. I watched a clip from that. Yo, that movie is bonkers.
I think the guy that directed the first Fast and Furious.
Yeah, Cohen.
movie. Yeah.
I feel like that's probably
Bob
true.
Cohen
It
or
is.
something like that.
It is true.
That movie has the largest explosion ever that could ever be seen from space in it. That's true. That's also true. How do you guys feel? Like, do you think the idea of he says the competitor should have to be a drone fighter plane that's remote controlled by a human, but with maneuvers augmented by autonomy. How do you guys feel about that? Like, should Predator drones be able to kind of fly on their own almost? Does that feel like a good idea?
Is that what he's saying? That they fly on their own?
That they can't
Program where they're going to go and they just do it?
partially. Like
there's no human.
no, he's saying that there should be a human remote controlling it, but with maneuvers augmented by autonomy. So basically, like, if it got into a fight.
A dog fight?
Yeah.
Against a human?
Sure.
It takes its own evasive maneuvers.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand what he's saying.
So this literally is stealth.
Yeah. Like, so basically, like, if you were flying your Predator drone to, like, bomb someone, we would be controlling it. But if a Russian MiG came up to blow it out of the sky, it would just be like, nah, I got this, son, step aside, and then it would take it on.
How would it know? Was like the fucking Terminator?
I guess you hit, like...
I mean, you know, like if if planes know that a heat-seeking missile is coming after
they know
or
that,
something.
right. Like in the movie Stealth.
I mean, if cars have like auto braking when they detect something at this point, this is just a
the
high
Teslas
key
do that.
version of that.
Yeah, the Teslas, they're going in straight lines. Like,
Yeah.
it's a jet. Like
I don't know.
Where's that whole Z-axis thing?
when is it going to detect the missile coming at its ass?
I mean, planes can do that now.
Yeah,
It
don't know.
beeps. And then a human is like, oh shit, I gotta move.
right. Whereas
it's
a
gonna-
human would be like, eject.
the plane
is just like you said,
I
step
hope it goes up
aside.
and down.
Step aside, I got this. I kind
The
of...
plane is going to do a barrel roll.
Right. But it could, though.
Yeah,
Right? Like, it could, because it doesn't have to worry about a human being, like, passing
fucking
out.
shit up.
I mean, I think that,
I kind of want to see
I
it.
like
lack
to
of-
see it.
the
Yeah,
lack
like that's
of-
a lot of money they're gonna put into a plane that's gonna blow up.
Yo, jets are mad expensive.
the lack of a human being up there is you
that's
know,
cool.
great, but at the same time, right? Like, it's just going to perpetuate more war because
that's the
there's
thing.
no human cost.
Right.
Whatever, we're just burning up money.
Right,
Who
like-
cares?
Yeah.
Like, that's the problem with automating war is, you really kind of fuck over the whole idea of, like, maybe we shouldn't just murder
Yeah, there's
other
no
humans.
human cost out at
Right.
this point.
There's no collateral. Well, no, there's
No, there definitely is collateral
But,
damage.
like,
It's over there,
right.
as opposed to us.
There's
We're
no
fine.
risk to us.
Just be a bunch of motherfucking Call of Duty playing as niggas flying
Right,
jets
right.
and shit. It's like I've been
Can you
practicing
imagine?
forever.
Could
It'll
you
be like
imagine?
that scene out of fucking Guardians 2 where all the gold people are all in there fucking like...
Yeah, exactly.
Odds and
exactly.
shit. Oh my god,
So, like,
a bunch of 17-year-olds flying drones and shit.
yeah, they've been playing Call of Duty.
Nigga, this
their
is
whole life.
Ender's Game. It wasn't that the plot of Ender's
I never
Game?
saw it.
I've not seen or
never
read
read it?
Ender's
No,
Game.
no. They weren't automated, were they?
No, but they were like kids
Oh,
piloting the things, and it turns
Yeah.
out, oh yeah, by the way, those were real people you were destroying. This wasn't a
well.
training simulation.
Oh well. Fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah, I don't,
Whatever.
I don't like this.
I just like I'm very over everything Elon Musk ever has to say at this point.
Here's the thing. Elon Musk is an ass clown.
Yeah.
He's a super smart guy, and I like his forward thinking. I also think that there is a 90% chance that we will have to send a British spy to kill him at some point because he is a Bond villain.
Yeah.
Like he just
looks like
is.
a Bond
He
villain.
does.
Yeah.
Why is he not in a
does,
James
yeah.
Bond movie at some point?
Yeah.
He kind of does.
He looks like a James Bond villain.
Dr. Musk?
He's dating someone like half his age, like a James Bond
How
villain.
old is Elon Musk? Is he in his 40s still?
When are we getting Musk bots?
That's got to be
That's
coming up
next.
soon, right?
But they
Everyone's
all
gonna
look like
have a
him.
government issued Musk bot after he takes over the military.
I mean, probably. I'm just watching this clip from Stealth. Yeah, this movie is fucking nuts. We should totally do this movie.
I have not seen that film.
Yo,
The movie
it
is
is
really bad.
insane.
Doesn't like Jessica Biel get like some sort of injury that would kill a
She
human
gets
being?
shot with a 50 caliber
Yeah.
sniper rifle in the side. She's like, "Oh, you
And she
got
just
me."
kinda walks it off.
Walks it off.
Ow!
Like, yo, it'll
kinda-
blow your whole shit. All this gone.
I kind of want to do that movie. Now.
It's
I haven't
super
seen
bad.
that movie in a long
Yo, look,
time.
okay,
I
hold on.
think I saw that movie in the theater.
I did. I know I saw that movie in the theater.
Wow. All right.
It came out in 2005. It
Yeah.
looks like it came out in 1991.
Well, it's written like it came out in 1991 too. Look at this scene, okay? Obviously, people can't see this on video. Look at this. Look at this fucking move.
What is that maneuver?
Yo,
It's a
come on,
robot.
yo.
It doesn't need a human being. So it just stops midair and pivots to shoot. I was like, all right, that's fine. Whatever.
Banking? What's that?
Fuck that. Like, it's fine. Yeah, no, we have to do stealth. Stealth is a super, that is a perfect No Time to Bleed movie because it is dumb as shit.
I'll
Also,
watch that. I haven't been on No Time to Bleed in a
yes,
couple
never,
years at this point.
That's a good one because you can just sit there and go, what? Huh?
What?
How is any of this happening? Yeah, so I guess this is the future. And then eventually one of his Musk planes will get struck by lightning and then go rogue. Because that's literally the plot of Stealth.
Word?
That's the real ass plot. A super automated plane gets struck by lightning,
dumbest
becomes a
shit.
Frankenstein plane, and then regular pilots have to take it down.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Yes, Jessica Biel and Jamie Foxx are two of those pilots. Movie is dumb as shit, and I can't wait. That might be March's episode. Look, it might be. Because that might actually just be a good we watch trash. Because I just want to watch it in real time and comment. I don't even want to have to think about it later.
Talk about you don't want to take notes.
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck this movie. All right, Stupid Tech this week. I wrote the title, Yo, I need everyone to shut the hell up. Shut up. Because this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. This is called the Candle Touch, the first smart connected real flame candle. What is that, you ask? It's a candle that you can turn on with your smartphone. That's it. It's
And
a real...
Matt's goal.
Yeah, it's a real candle. A real candle.
Get up and use a lighter.
Dude,
it is not that hard.
They show a guy. They're like, oh, you don't want to mess up the mood. This guy goes to light a candle, and he just let the match burn too low. So he's like, oh, my
One of those
hand.
stupid fucking infomercials.
Yeah. And this woman comes by, and she's like, hey, moron. And she hands him a phone. He's like, oh, so easy. Click. Oh. How?
This is stupid.
Wow. This is this is pretty dumb, yo.
Yeah. Thank you. I was proud of myself that I found it.
Like they have plastic candles that have that you could literally turn on.
Yeah.
And they mimic the
'cause they
flicker of a
flicker.
real flame.
But this is a real flame. Like
No, but it's much safer.
No, but we want real fire.
Yeah, but why?
I don't know.
for the ambiance.
Nah,
For the
yo.
mood.
I have
And it
real
has different
candles in my
smells.
house, but I also don't have kids, so I don't got to worry about
We have real candles.
fire.
Yeah, look,
but yours is tiny and is easily contained.
yeah. Put look. You want your kids to get shit? Put it on the high shelf. Unless you got Tarzan for a kid, you'll be fine. The fuck? We don't put it on the floor.
This is really dumb. Yo, does it smell like anything?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
there's
real.
a
It's a
bunch of
like
different
that.
scents.
That wax is real.
They have a bunch
melts.
Of, yeah.
So there's just an ignition in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
You can get
$50.
Black, amber, and oak. Yo, do you have any idea how many fucking candles I could get from Yankee Candle for $50
I know.
on a good day, on a sale day at Yankee Candle?
I feel like you could get your body weight in candle. Like
Yeah.
they're like stand on a scale, and we'll just give you all of the candles to anybody. Like, yeah, I'm not paying $50 for a smart candle.
for
And
one candle.
I love
One.
smart. I like smart devices. This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
of. Micah,
Fucking smart.
you would buy
candle.
this, wouldn't you?
No. No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't throw money at the problem? You don't have the problem in lighting a candle?
No,
Burning your hand?
Wow, yeah, I saw that on this clip. This guy who was just like,
A yoga,
You know
derp,
yoga
what's-
medicine.
derp, derp. Oh
You know
no,
what's
what do
really
I do?
crazy is that they invented these
You just hold
very
the candle to
specific
the
kind
side,
of
like-
lighters that are long so that you can
Yeah.
reach way down in there and still.
Yeah, I have them for my fireplace. I don't use one match and hold it and put my hand in there like an idiot. What is this?
My mom
This
does
is-
that.
No, just get a match. They sell them at the
Now, would you
grocery
get
store.
a smart fireplace?
What's a smart
I
fireplace?
don't know, like if they created something like this, but it was a
Like they have
fireplace.
like
They
a
already have those.
Yeah, like an electric
gas,
one?
Gas
But you
fireplaces.
could turn on with your phone.
Yeah, but they already have those.
You can do that?
Yeah, they've got
My fireplace I
fireplaces
can
that
turn on
that
with,
can interface
with
with
a
a-
remote.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents have one.
So what's the difference between that and this? I'm not buying
Don't
this dumb shit.
don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't try. No. Don't try to equivocate. No, that is not the same. No, that
This is
fire
really dumb.
Like the fireplace is a significant item. Yo, you can
A fireplace is a piece of furniture. A candle is an accessory.
A fireplace is literally part of your home.
Right. This is not.
Yeah, you're not gonna literally burn $50 and then throw it away. You can't refill that, right?
No, you have to get new ones.
Made where you can,
Well, I guess you could go online and get wax and melt it down and pour it in there if that's your
No, I'm good.
beeswax or whatever.
I'm good.
it's the first app-enabled ignition for candles.
Yeah, it's the first one because no one thought, "Hey, this is a good idea." That's why everyone thought this was stupid, so they didn't do it.
Dumbest shit.
Yeah, you're welcome. I was pretty proud of how stupid that one was for Stupid Tech. If we're lucky, we'll get contacted like I did when we made fun of another product. Someone's like, "I searched and I found that our product was on your show. We'd love to talk to you about it." And they were
I feel like you haven't really listened.
You didn't
No, but they did. They did. They were
Which
like,
one was that?
I can't
I remember, but I don't remember.
because they were like,
what
"No,
it
let
was.
us explain it to you." Like, "Oh, we found your thing to be humorous, but let us explain it to you." I was like, "I'm not going to respond to this tweet."
No.
Yeah,
No, your product was dumb, yo. Like, it was mad dumb. I forget what it was, like an electric butcher or some shit. I don't know, it was dumb. All right, lightning round this week. But before that, make sure you go to the nerdpocalypse.com/Amazon. Use that link whenever you buy anything on Amazon. We get a little bit of money. And you don't pay anything extra, but it does, in fact, help out the show. All right, Micah, take it away.
Ubiquitous American pornography website Pornhub is releasing its first ever non-adult film.
Ugh, what?
Who cares? The movie in question is the documentary Shakedown from filmmaker and conceptual artist Layla Weinraub. It hails from the upper echelon of the art world.
That is not true at all.
Where the project enjoyed a prestige rollout in exhibits at the Whitney Museum and
Yeah.
MoMA over the last 3 years.
Modern art, yeah.
That's a great museum if you've never been, by the way.
Shakedown is a stream of conscious nonfiction narrative about the queer women and men who populated the lesbian strip club scene in Los Angeles in the early 2000s. It is culled from nearly 15 years of footage shot by Weinraub over her adult life and offers a humorous, sensual, and informative look at a vibrant subculture. Terrence, you are the resident documentary fan.
I thought you were about to say
Right. I was like, where is this going?
Yeah,
Terrence, you love porn?
You are the
That is
resident.
correct.
You
Yeah,
are
I mean, who
the
doesn't?
resident lesbian from L.A. Are you going to watch this? You're a fan of documentaries. Are you going
I
to
am a
watch
fan
this?
of documentaries. Is it on Pornhub? Like I have to watch it on Pornhub?
For now, yeah.
Sure.
Can you watch it 15 minutes at a time?
I mean, you're there, right? You're already on the internet.
How did
That's
nobody
correct.
catch that joke?
What did you just say?
I said, can you only watch it in 15-minute increments?
Like, they have full clips on Pornhub.
No, I mean, I'm just thinking about how long
How long it's going to take.
Right.
Oh. I mean, it's a lesbian strip. I wonder. I don't know.
Straight men are usually real into lesbian porn.
But look,
I'm
that's
fine with
that's
it.
like fake.
Yeah, it's almost
That's
never
ain't
real.
That's not real. Like the women that
Oh, you're really into it? You're not really into it.
yeah.
Not buying it.
I'd watch it. Yeah, sure, why not? Like,
It's curious that they're doing this, but I guess it kind of gives them some level of like cinematic legitimacy.
Yeah.
Instead of just like bust a nut in grandma's butt set. It's an actual series.
Is that what you're into?
That's not what I'm into. That's not what I'm into. Trust me, that's not what I'm
You searching
into.
those gilfs on
Look, some of those old ladies still need it. Still getting it. Just saying. Everybody needs love. Watch
This
her
film
hit.
is part of a larger.
Is it on the front page?
Relax,
Do I have to
Terrence.
search for it?
Because I feel like I'm going to get distracted pretty early, pretty quickly. Yeah, it needs a splash page.
Yeah, this is a funny sentence. This film is part of a larger general commitment Pornhub has to supporting the arts. We want to be seen as a platform that artists and creators can use, said Pornhub's brand director Alex Klein. We've seen artists in general upload content to the site that might not have a home at places like YouTube or Vimeo who don't permit nudity. For us, premiering a feature-length film is a first. We are very excited about it. Look,
Is it out?
we're joking.
I'm actually,
Is it
that's
out?
actually
'Cause
kind of
I'll
cool.
watch it and come back next week and talk about it.
We're joking, but like
should.
Pornhub is like one of the more progressive companies
really are.
in
They
the
super
world. And you know, they're just like, hey man, whatever floats your boat,
Look,
man.
sex work is real work. Like,
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, as heard on one of them episodes of what was it, Black on Black Cinema?
5 minutes is a
it's-
5 minutes is a long time. And you,
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's fucking long, yeah.
It's nice that they're going out of their way to provide a platform for stuff that's more than just fucking dick and vagina, you know, thrusting for however long, 15-minute increments, however long it takes for y'all. To have
5.
something.
Depends. Anyway, continue.
Whatever. The
15 minutes is long.
the idea that they would be providing a platform for more films that explore nudity and sexuality and whatnot in a way that is not explicitly pornographic is pretty interesting, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's actually pretty cool. One of the things that's kind of interesting about all of this is they talk about what their basically user data was in 2019, which gives you an idea of just how popular that site is.
Mm-hmm.
If you're promoting something like this, like how many eyes you could actually get on it.
Right.
They get 115 million visits per day, 39 billion unique searches per year, and 1.3 million hours of new content uploaded per year.
Dude, that's a lot.
That's a whole lot.
It's a lot of fucking.
That translates to 169 years worth of porn
Nice.
every year.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's so much on there.
Yo, that's a lot of unique porn.
Right. And that's stuff, like, a lot of that is stuff done by, like, amateurs too, right? Like,
yeah, like
people
amateurs have whole
just
pages.
fucking film themselves fucking and
That's like the best
upload
kind.
that. to
right.
the internet.
I like my pro stuff, but I kind of prefer a little bit more amateur stuff.
you want
want
to
to
jack off to something that's attainable. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, sorry. I'm not Lexington Steele.
Right.
I'm like, no, I'm not.
I mean, like, even beyond that, like,
wanna
it's
see
a
a woman-
couple that's actually together as
Yeah.
opposed to two actors being like, all right, I'm gonna pop this pill and
Yeah.
moan real loud.
Like you're lying. You're not into it. Yeah. No, of course. Like you prefer that. Although I always find it weird when it's like it's clearly a couple, but then like all the titles are like, "Gee, I just picked up this hot yoga teacher and I'm fucking her at home." I'm like, "But that's your wife, you know? Like come on, don't do that. Like check it out as I bang this bitch." I'm like, "Yo, but that's your life partner, my nigga. Like treat her with some respect. What's going on?" Just like had a lovely dinner and then we went home for our anniversary and had sex. Like that would be a nice
Nobody
title.
wants to fucking watch that. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
It's just
exactly.
a title.
Yeah, people want to know some like deplorable shit. Like it's so weird.
Is that your sister? Like, whoa. You need to calm down, bro.
Dude, the level of look, and I'm just gonna say the level of white dudes, the level of white dudes who want to
weird.
fuck their sisters and moms is unacceptable.
It's out of control.
Yeah, it's out of control. Yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, but I always find if I was like, oh, this is my stepsister. I'm like, yo, I saw her. That was your wife in the last video. Yo, stop lying. It's terrible. Yeah, but Pornhub I think is the third highest visited page on the internet.
Next to what, YouTube?
Google.
I think Google is one, and then YouTube is like in the top 5 at least. It might actually be higher. It might be number 2. So, yeah, I mean, good for them. Like all jokes aside, I think that's really cool. So,
Rise of Skywalker news. The Rise of Skywalker novelization reveals something major about Emperor Palpatine. The novelization of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker finally explains Palpatine's resurrection with a line of dialogue revealing that the Emperor was a clone. His spirit was transferred into the cloned body after his death in Return of the Jedi. Unfortunately for Palpatine, a cloned body was unable to contain his dark side power. He was running out of nutrients he needed to keep his body alive, which is forcing him to make himself known to the galaxy once again. You buying that?
Metal Gear Rising.
I don't
you had to kill
care
things and
anymore.
get the nutrients to keep yourself alive in that game. You would
Which one?
Metal Gear Rising.
Yeah,
With
I think so.
Raiden.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I don't
don't
give a fuck
care.
about Star Wars.
This
all sounds really fucking dumb.
It is dumb.
Here's the thing about the novels: is most of the time they are based off of the original script, or an earlier version of the script that wasn't the one that was ultimately filmed. So it's possible, and given that this is fucking canon, you know that this is all stuff that probably should have made it into the movie. But at this point, I'm so fucking sick of talking about Rise of Skywalker and how much of a mediocre fan service jack-off session it was from start to finish, that like nothing they can tell me about Rey and Palpatine and their connection and any of that, I cannot force myself to care anymore.
Well, force yourself to care for one more second.
Because her dad was a failed clone of.
But that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make. Go ahead, tell the story.
Questions were then circulating about Rey's parents. Who were they, and when did Palpatine have children? Well, the novelization of the movie has revealed the details, explaining that Rey's father was, in fact, a failed Sith experiment and clone of Palpatine himself. So, who made him? If he was the failed experiment, did the old man Palpatine, did that clone make his son?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That's the problem. It doesn't make any sense. So, was
the novel describes how the Sith cultists toiled splicing genes, bolstering tissue, and creating unnatural abominations, hoping that the experiments would succeed in one day housing Palpatine's immense dark side spirit.
Basically, it said that the experiments failed. Only one failed clone survived the process or whatever. The novel describes how this, quote, son was useless and unfit for housing the spirit of the Emperor, saying that the boy's only worth would lay in continuing the bloodline through more natural methods.
So that doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
So if he's a quote unquote failed clone because he just doesn't have powers, and he birthed Rey, or he's Rey's father, okay. That still doesn't explain.
Why does Rey have powers?
Why does Rey have power? What does like baldness? Does it skip a generation? What the fuck does that mean? Two, where the fuck is Palpatine? Like, in that scenario, Palpatine has been cloned. How are you able to clone Palpatine successfully, but you weren't able to clone him before successfully? That doesn't make any sense. Or like after, like that doesn't like. They're saying only one clone survived.
Only one failed clone. So one that like wasn't going to be able to like contain the
and then
spirit.
they had one successful clone.
Yeah.
That all right, this is fucking stupid.
They're like the Les Enfants
Super
Terribles. It's a little Metal Gear reference.
Yeah, I understand.
You're a fucking nerd. Out of here.
Yeah, like I said.
Yeah, you said.
So it's like, all right, so we've got solid Palpatine and we've got liquid Palpatine.
Liquid Palpatine.
And I guess
Star
Rey
Wars
is
is
naked
dumb.
Palpatine.
I'd like that.
Naked
Sorry, that was easy. It was all the Pornhub talk earlier. Yeah, no.
Or does that make Rey Big Boss?
I think Rey would be Big Boss, right? Because the original Palpatine would probably be. Would he be Solidus?
Yeah.
And
What's
then
the one you got to play? Which is the Palpatine you got to turn the control upside down? Which one is that?
The Palpatine where you have to like turn off the console and come back in 2 weeks and he's dead.
Then there would be Liquid. Liquid would probably be the son, the failed experiment. And then this new Palpatine would probably be Solid. And then everyone else has their They're bad. My question is, who's Revolver Ocelot?
Poe.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that was like you guys were speaking a completely different language. I swear to God. Yo, Hideo Kojima is a problem. Like that guy's brain doesn't work right.
Or his is the only one working right.
Right, it could be that we're all stupid and he's a smart one. All right, next up, please.
Taika Waititi is going to tackle Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Mere weeks after winning an Oscar for penning Jojo Rabbit, Waititi is jumping into the world of Roald Dahl for Netflix, closing a deal to write, direct, and executive produce 2 original animated series based on the celebrated author's works. The streaming company announced this week. The first in the series will be based on the world and characters of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, while the second is described as a wholly original take on the Oompa Loompas, the small, song-loving humans who worked in Willy Wonka's infamous factory.
Yeah, I was going to say, were they?
Creatures?
According to Netflix, these shows will retain the quintessential spirit and tone of the original while building out the world and characters far beyond the pages of the Dahl book for the very first time. I've never seen any factory movie.
What? You've never seen the Gene Wilder version?
I've never seen the Gene Wilder movie. I've never seen
Yeah.
the Tim Burton movie. I've never seen
All right, you don't need to see that. I saw that in theaters. I was highly disappointed.
It's not very good.
No,
So-
Tim Burton sucks.
Yeah.
He does.
So everyone says I should watch the Gene
You
Wilder one,
should!
'cause it's
Yeah,
kinda-
the
it's
original
kinda
and the
dark.
original is like a solidly goofy, very creepy movie. Like
It's
as an
still,
adult, you're
very
like,
heartwarming.
it is, but like
way.
Gene Wilder is a fucking lunatic in that movie.
Yeah.
Like he really, you're like, you watch this as an adult, you're like, yo, why were they letting kids watch this movie?
So which one was the
it's great.
Gene Wilder one? Was it Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
Charlie
Willy
and the
Wonka
Chocolate
and the
Factory?
Chocolate
Willy
Factory.
Okay.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is the Johnny Depp,
The Johnny Depp one. Okay.
which I hated his.
He
I hated
seemed
his Willy
really
Wonka.
odd. He seemed very Tim Burton in that movie.
Well, yeah. If you told me that Tim Burton and Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter have had a sex cult going on for years, I would 100%.
If you
Yeah.
tell me they were a throuple, I would believe.
Yeah,
you.
no, I believe that.
Yeah.
That was-
Yep.
undoubtedly. He has a good sense of humor about that he's always in movies with her. Like Ricky Gervais made that joke when he had him on his show. He's like, I'm in a new movie, Ricky Gervais. Do you know who's in it? He's like, let me guess, Helena Bonham Carter. And he's like, how did you know that? Yes. I was like, yeah. Those are in all the movies here.
Are you excited for this?
No.
As people who are
Really?
fans of
really.
the Gene Wilder.
I'm kind of interested. I like the original film quite a bit, actually. I read all the books when I was a kid, too. So I definitely have some sort of nostalgic attachment to like the story itself. And I really like Taika. I think he has an eye for like that sort of like weird whimsy.
I've never seen anything of his that I didn't enjoy.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really good.
Do you like the animated series aspect of it?
No.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm only saying I'm not excited about it just because I don't think I'll care until I see a trailer.
Yeah.
But it's Taika Waititi, so like I'm definitely open to it.
Mostly
watching.
because it's like we've seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory done as live action multiple times now. So to do something that isn't live action, yeah, I'm in for that.
Right. To diminishing returns, by the way. Like,
Yeah.
Wilder's version was so good, everything else has been kind of crap in comparison.
Add another potential Avenger to the Disney Plus lineup, with Mark Ruffalo teasing a possible appearance in the upcoming She-Hulk series for the streaming service Disney Plus over the weekend. It's far from a done deal. The actor described talks as preliminary, but he told audiences at the Confab. Okay, Brad.
I thought that. I was thinking about it too. Was it a VG confab?
Yeah,
Fucking
that
nerd.
his Marvel Cinematic Universe character might make an appearance in the adaptation of the Hulk spin-off character currently in development for 2022. This is
Doesn't just sort of like No shit.
Yeah, this shouldn't come as a surprise. That first episode or first season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., season 1, episode 1, had Sam Jackson in it. So,
yeah,
to kind of give the okay, like, hey guys, it's okay to watch this.
Right, I'm here. I'm never showing up for this again.
Right.
Yeah, I like for him to be in it. I mean,
they're cousins, right? Like,
that's how she gets her powers.
Right, but at the same time, like, how often do you hang out with your cousin?
Yeah, when he gives you Hulk powers.
I saw my cousin last week.
Yeah, but like,
Did he give you Hulk
why didn't you
powers?
see him
No,
yesterday?
she didn't. Well, complete waste of time.
Yeah, see? Exactly. You didn't want to be there. I mean, I like the idea of putting him in the beginning so she gets her powers from the blood transfusion or whatever, but I'd like one, not at the end of the series because I'm sure they'll give her a big action sequence or whatever her villain is, but I would like midway through this series to have one episode where they fight together. Like, that would be kind of fun. Just to see them kind of tear it up together, and then like that's it. Like, he doesn't need to be in it. He doesn't need to be in 4 out of the 6 episodes kind of carrying the weight of it, just because of who he is. So, yeah, beginning, 1 episode in the middle, that's enough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it. Who wouldn't be fine with it?
Yeah, I want to see the Hulk more.
Yeah. Last up for me, the Last of Us live action series is coming to HBO. I mean,
this was bound to happen, right?
I mean, it's the problem is that The Last of Us is just It's
just a fucking zombie game.
Right. It's just a zombie game. It's like The Leftovers and The Walking Dead. If The Leftovers and Walking Dead had a baby, that would be this.
I saw people
to play this game.
I saw people talking
It's not
today.
bad.
They're like, "Oh, we're finally getting like prestige television based on a video game," and I'm like, "Yeah, but like, did it have to fucking be The Last of Us?" Like,
I mean,
one, I'm tired of people jerking off each other over this game because like there's been a lot of that ever since it came out, and I'm like, it's fine,
right?
But like, it's just a fucking zombie game.
Holy shit!
Shut up.
That's how deprived of characterization that video game characters have.
Yeah.
That a modicum of personality and growth in a character.
Right. We've got one whole fucking iota of personality present in each of the main characters. Like, look, their story arcs are well written in the game and whatnot, but people who are like, "Oh, The Last of Us is one of the greatest games of all time," it's like, shut the fuck up. No,
The Last of Us is Children of Men. If you remember that story,
of course.
that's this game.
Yeah.
So to
Children
me,
of Men with zombies.
To me, it feels like the best way to. By the way, I think you're burying the lead a little bit here. The people who were working on this are the people who did Chernobyl, which is kind of a big deal.
Sure, look.
Sure.
It's on HBO. I'm not saying that this won't be good.
I of course. I understand.
Right, but
I'm just saying Chernobyl was pretty fucking stellar for them to get the creators of that to do this. That tells me like they're taking this super
I
serious.
absolutely. I just wish it was something a little more original.
Yeah.
Right, that's fair.
I guess for me, it's like we've seen people get so fucking burnt out on zombies over the last couple years with everything with The Walking Dead and whatnot. Like,
but that show's not good.
Who the fuck cares about that shit anymore? So, okay, cool. We've got a different zombie apocalypse series based on a video game coming to HBO. If it's good, cool. I'll eat my words. But for me, it's like having the familiarity with the source material in this case. I'm just like, I don't care.
Now, okay, so I saw somebody suggest that maybe they won't do, I mean, they don't know, but maybe they won't do those two particular characters.
I feel like they have to.
You think so? Or something in that world?
I don't think they have to. I think you could get away with something in the world. That is what would drive me to watch it.
Because it would be something completely unexpected.
Yeah, and it's because that game is about characters. It really is. Because it's not about, it's the zombie, I forget what they call them, but clickers, because you can't just call them zombies. The clickers are literally a faceless enemy, right? Like in the game, the real enemy are other survivors, other people trying to stop you, right?
And I think that's where like the best parts of The Walking Dead
revolve around those characters.
Right. Nobody cares about the zombies. Like people are like, "Oh, zombie deaths are awesome," but that's not even if you read the books. those are not the best parts of it. The best parts are all the psychos that they run into.
Right. The Walking Dead isn't a reference to the zombies. It's
Idiots think it is.
It's a reference to the people who are walking around, the survivors.
Yeah, we are the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Right. So, look, I'm not saying I won't watch this. I'm saying that I wish it was something different that these people were doing.
So, I mean, look, I hope that it comes out and that it's good and that it spurs more worthy miniseries or, television series adaptations of video game stories, because video games are excellent storytelling devices.
Yeah.
And there are so many good stories present in video games that I feel like a lot of people who don't play video games don't care about, because they're like, oh, this is games. Like, this isn't art, this is games. So it's like, cool, like, what if we got like a fucking like Shadow of the Colossus miniseries somewhere down the way? Like,
that'd be really weird because they don't speak English.
Well,
they speak whatever gibber. Like, I started playing the remake last night, and I'm like, yo, I don't know what the fuck is happening.
About all this.
No, but it's like I'm thinking of other games that have been considered as like games as art. And like Shadow of the Colossus is one that has always sort of been at the top of people's list as far as like the story and the spirit of this game. Like this is beyond just hitting buttons and fighting stuff. Like this is an art of storytelling happening here.
Do you think that this game or this series will be able to translate well what it's like to, because video games are an interactive medium, and part of The Last of Us that people like is the tension that you feel in combat situations and in situations where you have to physically make it there.
Yeah.
You have to, like, that one scene
like if you
of
screw
Joel
up,
and,
you're dead.
Right. That one scene of Joel and Ellie looking at the giraffes feels good because you made it there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but I mean, I think television and movies have been able to do that, where it all depends on how it's written, right? Like, they can draw you in. There are plenty of movies that we've all seen that have a massive amount of just like intensity. Like when I was reading this article and just thinking about The Last of Us, I've only like seen the game, I've never played it.
Yeah.
But what it reminded me of is The Road. If you've ever read The Road or Cormac McCarthy's The Road or seen the movie, which is like almost it might as well be a shot for shot. Like it's almost perfect to the book. When I read the book first, one of the 4 books I've ever actually read. It's not been that many. But like that book felt very intense, and there are moments in it, like when you're talking about like reaching, a certain point where you knew like that intensity to get there. Like even watching the movie, there's certain points where they make it to places you're like, we made it. Like,
the movie's boring.
Huh?
The movie's boring.
Really? You think so?
Yes.
I mean, it's definitely slow.
Boring. But I can watch the slow. I can watch slow movies. That movie is fucking boring.
Oh, see, I really enjoyed it. Maybe it's because I read the book beforehand. But like when they make it to that bunker at one point, like that's a big part of the movie. Or when they make it to what they think is like they're trying to make it to like the shoreline, they make it and it's like is doubly fucked up like when they make it to the end. So like those parts, I think it's just a matter of how it's written. But I understand your point of like that interactive part. You have to. That's where like things like the Tomb Raider movie lacks, because it doesn't have that feel. It feels like you're just kind of watching something and you never get fully invested because it's not written super strong. But I think if it's written very well, it can draw you in.
yeah,
So you need but you need to have real writers, like not just a bunch of fucking yahoos writing the shit.
you got to take it seriously, and you can't take it like Ubisoft seriously. You know what I mean? Like you got to take it like for real seriously.
But I think these guys from Chernobyl, like, I ain't never been to Russia. I've never been in a nuclear fucking power plant that's blown up. But there are moments in that series that are super intense. Did you watch that?
No,
Did you
I
watch
didn't
it?
get a chance.
Yeah, well, you should. That scene where they
I
go.
usually love HBO shows. I don't know. I'll try to catch.
It's only
up on
6 episodes, 6 or 8. It's pretty limited.
Yeah, it's pretty short.
But
maybe
like
5.
they send them.
If it's 5. I mean, I can.
It's like 5 or 6.
I can knock that on the work day.
Oh damn, you ain't doing no kind of work. But there's a part where they send them. I'm sure you remember this, Terrence, where they send the guys down.
The 3 guys down into
the tunnel, right? And they're like, "You're gonna die. The radiation is so high, you're gonna die. But we need people to go down there to basically save the world." And they go, and it's just fucking. I'm like, why am I sweating?
Yeah, they go down. It's the end of the episode, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is
because the lights, their flashlights go out, and then the episode cuts off as it goes dark. They didn't die, by the way.
Which is crazy.
The guys did not die. They died later.
Yeah, of course they did.
But they actually, they did it, and they survived for quite a couple of years.
Did they develop superpowers?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. They developed the power to hack elections and ruin the world. It was awesome. Russia's a great place. Country stinks. All right. Movie and TV news this week. The folks over at Blumhouse are celebrating their financial victory in The Invisible Man because it's made $50 million already and it cost them $7 million. And
good for them. Like,
Invisible Man was really good.
That's what I keep hearing.
I'm
a weenie baby who doesn't like horror movies.
No, I saw it. Giant Chicken, are you serious?
You are a weenie baby.
Yeah, no, it's not scary. It's a thriller, but it's not scary at all. I would not lie to you.
That's a lie in and of itself.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. But about this particular thing, I would not lie.
Sure, buddy.
But yeah, so they basically said, what's the guy's name? Like John Blum or whatever his name.
Jason Blum.
Yeah, I think that's it. From the Blum Identity. Said you'd watch it, and it cost $7 million. He says, I'd love to do Frankenstein. I've tasked our filmmakers with trying to figure out just straight Frankenstein. Again, I don't know if someone else is doing it. I don't know anything about it, but I'd love to try, and I'm waiting for a great idea. I think that's kind of the way to do it instead of, because The Invisible Man is a modern take on that story, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know what the hell. I guess you would just some guy maybe obsessed with like
some guy
trying to bring his brother back from the dead,
bringing a loved one back, and people do stupid stuff when family dies. So like make a deal with the devil to annul their marriage to get their aunt to come back to life.
The fuck are you talking about?
Spider-Man.
Yeah, thank you.
What?
Am I the only one who knew that?
One more day? A brand new day? I know, you just purged it. I get it. I
just blacked that out of my head.
I get it. I 100% get it. But yeah somebody can do something
Spider-Man
like that.
storylines. Yeah, I mean, the immediate thing I thought of was fucking Full Metal Alchemist.
Yep, that's basically a Frankenstein story. It is a Frankenstein story.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah, he blew his leg off.
You're 100% right.
Yeah, of two boys who lose their mother and decide that they're gonna try and bring her back, and one of them loses his whole body in the process, and the other loses an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist. That's an anime.
Yeah, and that's not like the most fucked up thing about that anime.
No, the most fucked up part is the
Hitler.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the same. That's the same anime.
Edward?
With the dogs.
With the dogs. With the Chimera.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with Japanese people?
the fucking Chimera. I mean, that guy's presented as a villain, where he's so desperate to create like a living example of a Chimera that he fucking fuses his daughter and his dog.
That sounds terrible.
It is terrible.
That's how you know he's a villain in an anime. Like he's got glasses, but like the light shines on his glasses at all points.
I've seen.
Like you can't ever see his eyes.
That part, and I never knew what.
I watched Full Metal Alchemist. I never watched Brotherhood because I asked someone. I said, "Does that Chimera scene happen? And does Maze Hughes die?" Spoiler alert! And they were like, "Yep." And I'm like, "I'm not reliving all that.
I can't do that again.
Nope, can't do it."
So
did you know it's raining? It's raining.
Isn't Full Metal Alchemist? Don't they have a whole like side story about Hitler at one point? I thought at some point they deal with like some weird shit with Hitler.
I don't believe Hitler is in Full Metal Alchemist.
I don't know, but it's been like 15 years since I've seen it.
You Google Full Metal Alchemist Hitler.
I know. Everyone loves Dragon Ball, and they turn into a bunch of Aryans when they want to get powered up.
Hitler is in Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm the anime king now.
Hey.
He shows up.
I'll take this credit. Thank you very much.
He shows shows up in one of the movies.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was gonna say. I thought I'd seen
They were like, according to the official wiki, Adolf Hitler is a minor villain in Fullmetal Alchemist, the movie.
They have bigger fish to fry. Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure. Like, I hope I'm not wrong, because that was like, hey, is it Adolf Hitler? Like, no, he's not. What are you talking about? This is a completely different anime. Yeah, I would say I'd like to see him try to do Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Look, they can do whatever, man. They've
only
got a
cost them a
proven
nickel and a
track
half.
record, yo. They've got a proven track record to make money, and they make movies efficiently. So whatever.
They really do. And it's funny because, like, they're able to make movies that are incredibly entertaining and they don't feel cheap.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they are cheap, but they, for making a movie, but they don't feel cheap.
Doesn't The Invisible Man also, like, from what I understand, like, sort of set up, like, a sequel for The Invisible Woman? Not that they would want to do the same thing again right away, but, like...
Not really.
It feels like they could sort of revisit this down the road a little bit.
I guess it doesn't... I think that's a poor reading of the ending.
Okay.
I will just say that. I think it's a poor reading of the ending. But maybe. But I don't think so. Yeah, he basically says, so if they could come up with something good, they would try it. So why not? All right, cool. What is there? There's Dracula, Invisible Man, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein,
Creature from the Black Lagoon. And Simon Belmont.
Stop.
Is what's the name of part of that? Oh, Phantom of the Opera is part of it too.
Yes, Phantom of the Opera is part of Universal Classic Monsters.
I mean, but like, why don't they just like I said, Simon Belmont jokingly, but like, why don't they do that, right? Like,
This is the way to do it.
Van Helsing is a thing.
Yeah, so
just make a Castlevania series or whatever, and just
to talk about like classic Universal monsters, like Hunchback of Notre Dame.
That's right.
Counts. As Phantom of the Opera. But then, like, you get into, like, the sort of
second tier
stuff. No, like, those were, like, original Universal films from, like, the 20s.
Mm-hmm. So,
to get into sort of the core Universal monsters, you've got Dracula, Frankenstein, The Mummy, The Invisible Man,
Mummy.
The Bride of Frankenstein, Werewolf of London.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Great song. Dracula's daughter, and Son of Frankenstein.
Basically everyone that was on a cereal box.
Yes.
Yeah. I want a Count Chocula movie. I feel like Blumhouse
Count Chocula?
Yeah, Count Chocula.
Mm. Never had that cereal?
You a fan of Boo Berry?
I am. Who isn't?
Who the fuck could find Frankenberry? I could never find Frankenberry.
Never. No.
I don't think I've ever had Frankenberry.
No, of course not. I don't know who that's for the 1%.
Yeah, right.
When I
These kids are enjoying Boo Berries.
When I was working at GameStop, there was a woman who handed me her credit card and her ID, and her last name was Frankenberry, and I fucking laughed. I straight up fucking laughed.
Like, ma'am, price
shit.
check on aisle 5 for Susan Frankenberry. This credit card is stolen. Next up, first look at the Batmobile from Matt Reeves' upcoming Batman film.
Looks good.
Yeah,
I like it a
looks
lot.
dope.
I am digging it.
I am so
Like
fucking glad it's not another tank.
Challenger.
Yeah.
I like that they're going more practical.
It looks like
It's
something.
a Dodge something.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
A lot of people were comparing it to the original 1960s Batmobile,
Yep.
and I'm totally down for that. I still think Adam West was the best Batman. Don't fucking at me about it.
Yeah, it's fine. You're wrong, but it's
No, I'm very about it. Also, these images provide a better look at some angles of the bat suit itself, which is kind of cool.
Yep. And I think the suit looks better. Look, I need people to stop judging the suit based on those stunt images.
Yeah.
Stunt suits are not the same as the suit. They're like, yo, this looks terrible. I'm like, yo, it's just a rubber suit. Just so he doesn't fall down and die.
Yo.
Oh, this seems mad. This is not practical. Really?
Yeah, no shit. You know what else isn't practical? Running around at night in a bat suit. That's just not a practical thing.
Or being on a motorcycle with a cape. Not a good idea.
Not smart.
Rip your head off.
I love that bitch.
That's one thing the Incredibles got absolutely right.
No capes.
I really appreciate the cosplay community for all the talent that they do, but like, don't compare like the stunt images from this to and be like,
what I did.
Cosplay versus the movie. Cosplay got it right. There's a lot more to movies than just standing there posing for a picture.
And also they have to move. They're like, I don't like to judge images of any costumes that are not official images because it's lit differently. Like people are like, oh, I don't like the costume or whatever. Yo, it's not lit to the even the one that they did the video that he did that was all red or whatever. Even that's not lit properly to what they're going to show in the movie. Like those things appear completely different. And I saw people saying, "Oh, well, I don't like this. I don't like this Batmobile and stuff like that." And I'm just like, you do know that everybody said that about the Tumblr, right? Yeah. When they saw that, or like they do it every time. I'm like, just wait and see. Just wait till you see it in video.
I prefer this over the Tumblr or any of the other tank versions of the...
I like the Tumblr, but I can completely understand why people don't. I mean, it's an extreme design, right? It's like mix an Abrams tank with a Lamborghini, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I like this because this is basically supposed to be Batman Year 2. Why would he already be like, yo, let me get like the flying machines and all? Like, no, he's just a dude driving around beating the brakes off criminals. So yeah, it should be more practical. And I just like that it feels much more grounded. So I'm down with it. Like I think it looks great.
Like you could drive this on, well, maybe not. Look at the fucking
I don't know if the back is street legal.
I don't think so. But like it's
Pimp My Ride.
Now, you're not driving the fucking Batmobile from Batman versus Superman around the street.
Nah, you can't.
You can't drive the Tumbler in. Just like that's not street legal at all. You're just bashing through fucking walls and shit. I'm like, okay.
But the funny thing is that thing actually in reality was like super fast. It literally had a jet engine in it. Like that wasn't like for aesthetics. Like no, they really did that. They built that car from the ground up, which was nuts.
I mean, you had the classic Batmobile from '89. It was the length of a fucking
city block.
How the fuck you got a corner with that thing?
Right. He had a grappling hook the corner.
Yeah, he did. That's how he
remember. He had to fucking grab onto a pole in the street.
That's the dumbest shit.
Like
he's got a gadget for everything.
It's like maybe, hey Batman, maybe make it a little bit shorter.
Where did the grappling hook come from? This is my question. Now that I think about it,
it's a tow cable.
It came from the side.
Yeah, it's a tow
sometimes
cable.
you gotta tow parallel.
Yeah, that was really
when you gotta grab a criminal. Oh, that's like he's just like over there.
Yeah, that's some Ben Hur shit.
I like the look of this.
I really like the way this looks because I like muscle cars first of all, but this looks dope.
Yeah, it looks good. And I like these official shots. Like they're just very cool. Yeah, and I like the suit. I think the suit looks good.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. So far, so good. I've liked everything I've seen. The only thing that I'm not super keen on is the sort of cowl. Is kind of like it almost looks leather. I don't know.
The cowl looks like Daredevil's cowl. That leather look on. Like I don't know about that.
Yeah, I'm not too keen on that. But otherwise, I like the costume otherwise. But again, if he's got the voice. If he's got the voice and he's intimidating, that's enough.
I want to know what he's going to do for the Batman voice.
Because that matters.
Like I really want to hear what the fuck he's going to do.
I really
swear. I
don't know why people can't do the Batman voice. You know what I mean?
Fuck yourself.
Like what's his name? Kevin Conroy had it right. Yeah. As Bruce Wayne, you just talk a little higher. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Bruce Wayne, and then you just use your regular voice as Batman. Like it's not hard.
Yeah, but
you don't have to.
What if it's mine?
It's fucking whack. What would be your Bruce Wayne voice?
His normal voice.
What would be your Batman?
Hey guys, it's me, Bruce Wayne. Hey guys, it's me, Batman.
I mean, but look, that's really all you got to do.
Hey guys, it's me, Micah. I'm Batman. Like that, yeah. That's my deep voice.
I mean, look, if we all can buy Superman and Clark Kent, just Superman, Clark Kent, Superman, Clark Kent. We can get past the voice thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't need voice modulation, Ben Affleck. We don't need you having a lack of a lozenge, Christian Bale. You know what I mean? Like,
My helmet's on too tight.
I mean, to prove Carrie's point about Adam West being the best Batman, that guy just fucking did it.
He didn't change his voice at all.
Like, yeah,
He was like, fuck my voice.
right.
What you get is what you get. It is what it is.
Oh, fucking Cesar Romero was like, paint over my mustache.
Right. I feel like everybody loved doing that show, but like didn't give a fuck about it. Like, no, dude wouldn't shave his mustache.
First of all, like back then, the comics were also far campier.
Yeah.
Like Silver Age Batman is extremely goofy. But like on top of that, like even in the early Batman film serials, like there wasn't like a Batman voice that guy was doing. Like,
right, it was just like a dude.
Yeah, it was just a guy, and then he put on a face, and his voice didn't change at all. Like the whole Batman voice wasn't a thing until the 80s.
Yeah, and honestly, like who the fuck is going around listening to voices like that, right?
I'm going to figure out who this Bat character is.
Yeah, first of all, Bruce Wayne doesn't seem like the type of guy that's just on TV all the time, so you hear his voice all the time.
Right.
And second of all, Batman don't seem like the type of character that's just gabbing as he's whooping your ass.
Right, like he doesn't really need to ask a lot of questions. Where's Falcone?
Right.
I don't know, and he just throws your ass up.
Spider-Man don't shut the fuck up, and nobody can put that together.
Right. Well, there's different universes. Marvel's like, who gives a shit? Who cares? Who cares? Oh, look, you found out who Spider-Man is. Yeah, he's going to throw you off a building. It's fine. Like, it's not that serious. Micah, how upset are you that No Time to Die is being delayed because of the coronavirus?
Normally, the coronavirus is like, whatever, just, wash your hands like you're supposed to and stay away from people who are sneezing and don't go to work if you feel sick. But now that the coronavirus has affected me directly,
coming for you specifically,
I am a little upset. But at the same time, I'm used to James Bond movies coming out in November. Like it's kind of every other November meant a James Bond movie for me for a while.
Yeah.
So I feel like this might be a good sign.
Are you afraid that the coronavirus is just going to ruin movies altogether by just never allowing us to go to the theater?
I like the theater experience, but I haven't been in a while on a regular basis. So, I can wait. What's today? As we're recording, the 5th.
March 5th.
Yeah.
I can wait 4 weeks. Then by then, the whole thing will miraculously be dead, and then I can go to the movies again.
That's interesting.
It'll be warm weather.
Yeah, because it'll be hot.
It'll be hot, and then once the fall comes around, it'll come back.
In April, it'll be hot. In April. The saying is April showers bring May flowers. It's not going to be hot in April.
You don't know that.
All right.
Yeah.
You don't know that?
Please, this is Maryland. We don't know what our weather's going to be minute to minute.
It was 60 degrees yesterday.
It's going to be 65 later.
And then it's going to be like 30 next week.
Yep.
Nah, here's the thing. I thought we were in full spring, which is like one of the 7 seasons that we have in Maryland. Because you get winter, you get like a sniff of spring, you get second winter. You get full spring where you think winter's over and then like you really think it's spring and then it surprises third winter. But I don't think we're getting third winter this year. I think we're actually in spring. I keep checking the weather radar.
We're in second spring. I feel like we're almost out.
No, we're right at the cusp of actual spring.
Good. I can't wait. I hate this weather. It's the worst.
Yeah, I want to do yard work. That's how I know I'm an adult.
Yep,
I want to do yard work.
I'll show you all. Never mind. I'll show you my gardening stuff when we're done with this. I think I have a problem. Next up, speaking of a problem, the coronavirus is threatening a global film industry loss of $5 billion.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking money.
That's a lot of money. Chinese theaters are closed, like nationwide. They're just like, don't go, because it's gotten so bad. There's 90,000 people infected at this point. Do you know it was that high?
Mm-hmm. I heard that yesterday.
I thought it was like 10,000 or something like that. I didn't realize it was that high.
There's like a billion people in China.
There is 1 billion people. However, the death rate for the coronavirus is somewhere between 2 to 3%.
I saw like 3.4% or something like that.
Yeah.
But of course, it's a hoax, and no one's actually
It's 2%.
dying.
Problem with that is a lot of people have it that don't know they have it
Yes.
because you have mild symptoms
Right.
until it's too late.
Yeah, I mean, there's that, and
Right, it comes on
unfortunately,
too
a lot
fast.
of the people who are passing away from this are
Over the age of-
older folks and immunocompromised people and
white people.
Yeah, I'm melon.
Look, if you don't-
I'm melatonin.
The thing that
I ain't
like
shaking
fucking
myself.
gets me
Fuck
is
that.
like all the Karens out there who are like, I'm not vaccinating my children because
Good
I don't
luck.
want them to get autism, but also I hope they find a cure for the coronavirus soon. Like, bitch,
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
vaccinate your kids. Also, I hope you get coronavirus.
I also agree with that.
Fucking hate white people.
I mean, on the club.
You want to be on an episode of Black on Black Cinema? Just keep saying those words.
I say those words often.
And I mean them.
I do mean them.
Yeah, it is killing old white people. Like, that's kind of interesting. It's killing the vast majority of people who are dying are over 70. This is the beginning of a YA novel, right? Because it's not killing kids at all.
Yeah,
It's only killing adults. Like, it's taking out boomers. Like, we might get this progress thing going pretty quick. And black people are just not getting it, which is fucking, like, that's how you know this is a movie, right? Like, this is wild. Like, it has not hit any parts of Africa, none of, like, Central Africa, which is also a good thing because medical care there is already shitty.
Yeah,
if it's
not
going to hit
great.
there, it's going to be a fucking
gonna be
global catastrophe.
devastating.
Right. But it doesn't seem to. I assume all that
all it's
dancing
gonna
and fried
take-
chicken has really worked out.
All it's going to take is one fucking shitty 35-year-old startup tech bro who's like not maybe showing some symptoms to like fly to the middle of Africa for some big game hunt safari so that he can take a photo with a dead rhino.
It's Don Jr. you're talking about, isn't it?
Yes. He's going to go and he's going to infect all of Africa.
Well, that sounds about
Isn't this how
right.
the Planet of the Apes started?
Yeah. We're watching. We don't even need a sequel. We're living it right now.
So
I
many
bought
people
a
gonna die.
bunch of rice today.
You're gonna die.
That's fine. I can live off of rice.
Did you get it from China?
Oops.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I got it from,
so
got
you
it from
bought
Wegmans.
you bought a bag of coronavirus. Good job.
That's wild.
And
Like, a
people
lot
just-
of people are going to die, which is
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's fucking up all kinds of industries right now. They're
Yep.
canceling all kind of cons and everything.
Yeah, Emerald
con-
City is probably.
Is that getting canceled too?
There's a lot of people who have pulled out of it. I mean, they
I'm not
notably
going. I wouldn't go.
postponed the Game Developers Conference to sometime in the summer. They don't know yet.
Just wait for it to get hot.
I've
Right.
been.
The end
I
of
know
that
that-
story is it got hot, it killed the virus, but then fall came around and it killed like 100
right,
million
and it came
Yeah.
back. It came back as a super virus.
Right.
It was
The,
like, I know how to fight it now.
My parent company has sort of put a hold on folks traveling because
Yeah.
we do a lot of conventions and whatnot. I have 2 conventions planned for later this summer. One is local. I think they just really don't want people getting on planes right now.
Probably not a good idea to go to any convention where there are going to be a lot of people.
Yeah, I
No,
mean
it's
that's
the bad
Anywhere,
sort of the
period.
concern.
Regardless of what you're doing. It's not safe.
I really hope that they don't cancel San Diego because I got.
Look, con crud is a thing anyway. I'm not going into.
I'm gonna get the fucking nerdrona virus.
I haven't washed my ass in 3 days so I could meet Robert Downey Jr. Nah, I don't need this. I'm out. No.
Yo,
No.
I don't like lines. I don't like large groups of people. Like, if somebody told me some shit like that, I might punch you in the face. Like, for real.
Yeah.
With gloves on. Because I don't want to get the corona.
You got those like latex gloves, like you're like, yo, hold
like,
up, I
hold on a second.
gotta.
Put these fucking latex gloves on.
I'm about to beat your ass. But for real, don't bleed on me because I find that disgusting.
Ugh.
Yeah. No, this is a disaster. But yeah, apparently there's statistics in this article that I thought were really quite fascinating. It says ticket sales in traditional Chinese New Year holiday period from January 24th to February 23rd this year were a tiny $4.2 million compared to $1.76 billion over that same stretch last year. Analysts estimate that the loss in China through the end of February could come at $2 billion or more. What's interesting is like the stock market here has been plummeting. One, because of the coronavirus. Two, our president is
a moron, retarded,
and he thinks that it's acceptable to tell people to go to work and shit even if you have the coronavirus.
Or he's like, if you don't have a solid flu shot, it's not going to work.
Yeah, I'm like,
did you see that video?
What? No.
He was like, so like if you take a flu shot, like if a solid flu shot, you take that, it wouldn't help with this. And they were like, no,
it's not a flu. It's not
like,
flu.
well, I mean, it's like, you know.
What's a solid flu shot? Like a real good one.
Like a really good
shot,
one.
You know, like a really
like you get it at Walgreens.
Yeah. It's when you go to Wegmans and you're buying your fucking fancy cheese and you get your fancy solid flu shot as opposed to the poor fuckers who have to go to CVS down the street.
Yeah, they'll fight it off.
I
literally like,
how much you pay for that vaccine? You ain't pay enough.
Right.
That's why it didn't work. What?
I got the cheap one?
They literally were like, no. Then they had to explain to him why it wouldn't work. So fucking dumb.
So here's
I hate that nigga, yo.
So here's my thing.
Really
my thing. And not to make this too political. If you don't vote for Democrats, you're insane.
Yeah.
Like, you're insane at this point. This dude is telling you to go to work with a virus that will kill millions of people because he is too stupid to realize that, it's not a game. This is not a game. People will die. Seriously, people will die.
And we're probably the worst country so far to have it come to because we don't have a test. We do have a test, but they've tested about 500 people. As opposed to like in South Korea,
they're tested tons.
Like they tested like 1,000 people in a weekend.
Someone actually said that based on where they live, it is actually more cost effective for them to fly to South Korea.
Wow. Get the test.
Stay in a hotel, get tested there, and fly back.
It's less than $3,000
because the American healthcare system is fucking broken.
Yeah,
right. Europe,
it should not cost.
South Korea, China, you can get tested for free.
Yeah,
not us.
As opposed to us.
We're so fucked.
Good luck, bitch. You got $3,000.
We're so fucked if this goes wide in the U.S. We're so fucked.
How many people have died? 11.
In the U.S.?
In the U.S., something like that.
Yeah. They're starting to confirm cases in Maryland, so buckle up, buckaroos.
I already don't fuck with people.
Look, I can tell you
my fucking out.
I'll be broadcasting live from here. Don't call. I'm scared I get the coronavirus over Skype. Don't call here. Fuck that. Stay at home.
Yeah,
we will do every episode remotely. It'll be 4 fucking squares. Like, get out of here. Stay home. No, I'll just be home. I mean, my job is already... Like, they already have, because I work for a certain government agency, but they're like, this is the pandemic plan. And they've been working on it for years. Like, stay your ass at home and work from home. No problem. Cool. I'll be sitting home watching television, working.
Yep.
Next up, What the Fuck brought to you by JTD, but make sure you go to the nerdpocalypse.com/merch. Buy some shirts, y'all, and some other things. Look, they always have deals on TeePublic, like 20% off, 30% off deals. So keep checking there. I try to post them in the fan group, the nerdpocalypse.com/fans, when I see there is a deal. So you can get stickers and all this other stuff of ours. All right, Micah, take it away.
You know where this takes place. Man named Thomas Steeman allegedly stabs woman with syringe full of semen.
Florida?
That's his name?
Yeah,
serious?
That's his name.
What is his name again?
Thomas Byron Steeman. Stemen.
Wouldn't that be Stemmen?
But Stemmen doesn't rhyme
yes,
with
I understand that. I'm aware.
Yeah, you know where this
like
takes place.
Is this Florida?
This is Florida, right?
You all have not, man. Y'all need to watch local news every once in a while. This is in Maryland.
Is it? This is in Maryland?
Are you serious?
Yes, this was in like Anne Arundel County. Or
this is how you get coronavirus.
I was like, yo, is this fucking Waldorf? Like
Waldorf.
Waldorf is a piece of shit. Yo.
It's a piece of shit and it's mad far.
Yo, if this happened in Maryland, this is either like way the fuck down south, southern Maryland bullshit where my husband is unfortunately from, or Carroll County.
Yeah, that's fucking. I'd kill him.
Yes, Thomas Byron Stemmen, 51.
He injected someone with semen?
Was arrested by Anne Arundel police on Tuesday after a woman reported that she had been assaulted while grocery store shopping. Click on the link. There's video.
Yo,
no.
Surveillance video shows Stemmen pretending to bump into the woman as she was returning a shopping cart, jabbing her with the object he pulled from his pocket. The acting this nigga does is on par with LeBron James. Like, it is, and you just wanna fucking murder this dude. Look at the video, dude.
I'm trying to get it to
don't want to watch
the video is like, because he's just like, I'm just minding my business. Stab. Oops. Oh, I don't know what's wrong. Like, get out of here, man.
No.
I saw
you're stabbing a woman with a syringe full of semen. What is wrong?
I would kill this motherfucker. I would bash his skull into the pavement until he could no longer move.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this woman put this cart back, and then look at this asshole. Boop. And this woman is flipping out. He's huh? What? Huh? Who? Yo, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, no, I'd beat the shit out of that dude.
No, you gotta die.
Yeah, I would kill him.
Yeah, man.
You gotta go, yeah.
What compels you to do that?
You're a fucking sick individual.
And my question is, what's wrong with his semen, right? Like, because that
why would you? Yeah,
right. Like, that to me says like you have like a venereal disease.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'm fine. The coronavirus cases that you mentioned earlier are in fucking Montgomery County.
Good luck, bro.
Great.
Probably by a tech bro.
God damn it.
So Michael won't be here next week because he'll be dead. Sad.
Yeah, stay home.
Don't come over here.
You know what? I might.
He's just looking for an excuse to sit at home all day.
Yeah, looking for an excuse not to come here on a Thursday, guys. The victim, identified by WBAL-TV as Katie Peters, initially thought she was burned by a cigarette butt. I felt like a bee sting. It felt like a bee sting, didn't it? Stemmen allegedly told Peters after the attack.
What? Wait, he talked to her?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I don't know.
Did you get stung?
I guess it was a bee sting. I don't know. What?"
Yo, that's...
Cops said they received an anonymous tip on Tuesday, which named the 51-year-old as the attacker. Investigators.
Yeah, the person who works there who saw the video was like, that guy.
Somebody who saw the video was like, yo, I go to that Quickie Mart all the time. That motherfucker did it.
Yeah.
Investigators found the syringe in the driver's side door of his car.
He just left.
Stevens was arrested and charged with first and second degree assault and reckless endangerment. A judge ordered that he be held without bail.
Good.
That woman needs to get a full battery of tests.
That's exactly what she's doing. She's getting just
that would
litany of tests.
Seriously, I would be terrified.
Yeah,
like to find that out, I would be terrified, and I'd be like, "Cool. If I have anything, or if I don't, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna fucking put you under the ground."
Yep.
Yeah, bro.
No, that's disgusting. Don't do.
Don't put me in the same room with that motherfucker after he did some shit like that to me. Not even in the courtroom.
No.
I'm gonna jump the fucking
again.
fucking shit out of you.
Again, the agreement here is if there is a court case that any of us
just block.
Look,
block.
The TMP Studios agreement is that if any of us are the victim of a crime of any heinous behavior from someone else, if we are in the courtroom with that person, everyone else in the network's job is to block the bailiff long enough for that person to get to that other person. That's it. That used to be a rule between Mike and I. I am extending it to the entire network. So if this happens to me,
as I explained before the show, I'm usually pretty quick on the uptake when people are fucking bothering me.
Yeah. Apparently yelling at old, very, very ridiculous old ladies.
I wasn't even yelling. I kept it calm.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'll stab you, old lady, in this Wawa. Get out of here. All right, you're up, Terrence.
Putting potatoes up your ass won't cure hemorrhoids.
Don't tell me what to do.
Wow.
Agree to disagree. Why do you need to tell people
Why
this?
are people so... Where is this at? Hold on. Okay, potatoes only belong in one human hole. That's what this says. Doctors are starting to get very concerned.
How about better phrasing?
That's just like your opinion, man.
Yeah, you're right. Doctors are starting to get very concerned about people who subscribe to a dangerous home remedy touted on numerous websites, which involves inserting a potato into your rectum.
It's like a frozen potato, right? Like, is that what I've read about this?
There's no medical evidence that putting frozen potatoes inside the anus can help cure piles. So I would urge caution to anyone thinking of doing it. Dr. Diana Gall tells... It's not here? I'm surprised. Can you guess where she's from at the very least?
Who, the doctor?
Putting a potato up your ass?
Well, Australia?
Noting
the
that those
fucker.
suffering from the condition can
China.
attempt to treat it at home in a number of ways, but sticking frozen spuds up their butt is not one of them.
China.
No, it's a potato. Ireland.
Potato, I'm Irish.
Wales. Well, she's from Wales.
Wales. That's
Wales, hold on.
Ireland adjacent.
Yeah, sure.
They're shoving potatoes up their ass? It must be Irish.
She doesn't go into detail on the possible consequences of the home remedy,
shit.
but one would think there is enough cautionary tales to discourage such efforts. Piles often go away on their own after a few days, but there are some tried and trusted ways to keep them at bay. She says you should drink plenty of fluids and maintain a fiber-rich diet, and try having a regular warm bath and try having regular warm baths to ease itching and pain.
Instead of shoving a potato up my ass, I'm going to just have this glass of water.
Drink water. If home treatments don't work, she adds, those with hemorrhoids should go to the doctor and not begin prescribing to increasingly outlandish cures instead out of embarrassment.
It's like they get...
Stop shoving
Don't they
potatoes
have,
up your ass.
No, this
They've got
is a
cream
lie.
for that.
This is a lie.
Where's preparation H?
Yeah, right.
This is a lie. Somebody shoved the potato up their ass, and then they had to go to the doctors because it got stuck, and they were like, I heard
hemorrhoids.
that this is a cure for hemorrhoids. They're lying, no.
The advice stems from the fact that potatoes have an astringent property, which in theory can serve to constrict bodily tissue, but is in this case ineffective. Like, you know what else has an astringent property? Witch hazel.
Right, like I was
rubbing alcohol.
There's astringent things like liquids that you can buy.
That you can. People are
I use it on my
dumb.
face. Like,
you know what? I got this potato.
Well,
Let
yeah.
me put it in the freezer and shove it
Right,
up
you
my
could have. Why don't you just cut a potato? Cut a potato and just
because I
rub it
don't
on
want
your
to smell like potato.
Well, you would if you were Irish.
That's true.
There's a whole island of them.
I'm German.
No, isn't that the same thing?
Oh, so this is how you actually do it.
Germans just
You
put
insert a
sauerkraut
frozen potato
rubbish.
slice in your anus and leave it inside for 30 seconds.
Oh, only 30 seconds. That's not bad, right?
And you repeat the process for 3 to 5 days.
3 to 5 days?
The next 3 to 5 days, leave the slice inside for 30 seconds more each time. So you're just walking around with a slice of potato up your ass?
No. That don't sound right, yo. That don't sound right.
All right, I'll report back next week.
Oh, yeah.
That don't
I
sound
know.
right at all.
This isn't the first time doctors have needed to beg people not to insert food into a non-mouth orifice. Over the summer, some British women needed to be reminded that inserting ice pops into the vagina does not help cool off. I mean, it does.
I'm pretty sure it does.
I'm sure it does.
As a vagina haver, I'm pretty sure putting something frozen up there will probably help you cool you off in some form or fashion.
Just take a shower, man. Just relax.
Cold showers are
It's for
just
insane
the
people.
worst.
Yeah, cold.
Yeah.
No.
They're for insane people.
So this is so goddamn.
It's also not vagina haver. It's part of the clitorati. But whatever. I don't mean to correct you. I'm sorry. All right, Carrie, you're up.
Insanity.
Which frozen vegetable are we using this week?
No. A firm has started holding funerals for unwanted sex dolls.
Japan. I mean, you're here. Like, they don't have sex in Japan.
Yeah, it's
pretty
Japan.
obvious.
The funny thing, the funny part about that is JTD sent me the stories. He sent me 3 stories and 1 guest story. I didn't tell him we were having a guest, so he had no idea it was you. 100%, completely on his own.
He had a fucking epiphany when he was putting these together. He's like, I bet it's going to be Carrie.
Japanese story in the tuck. Let me go ahead and get it.
The services are officiated by a porn star, Ray Kato, before the life-size dolls are destroyed in a machine and disposed of.
Well, I mean, I guess.
Those who don't want their dearly departed to be shredded can buy the most expensive funeral plan, which allows them to watch as the doll is taken apart piece by piece.
This doll looks like a baby, and it's disturbing.
Very much so.
Oh, no.
Photos on the company's website show young or childlike female dolls completely surrounded by or holding flowers. It turns out that there was a demand for such a service. An online survey found that men who were replacing or getting rid of broken or, used dolls wanted a formal goodbye because they considered it to be a personal loss.
How did you break the doll, Yeah,
they were going to work.
It's like
5 minutes of intense fucking...
5 minutes is a long time, man.
You're going to work on something, but as... not like sex dolls, but like I've owned like high quality like dolls before, like as a kid, like American Girl dolls and stuff like that. And it's like after you play with something for an extended period of time, like the joints eventually wear out. So like
I'm sure they do.
To apply that to like
are you putting a
sex doll.
Yeah, like having sex with a sex doll is like fucking a dead person. Yeah. Like, why would you do that? Why do you want to do that?
Dude, like, just get a fucking pocket pussy. You don't need, like, a emotionless face staring off into the distance.
You can get a fucking... Bill Cosby would beg to differ.
Maybe that's what he needed.
Yeah, he did. He needed one of these dolls.
There have been a few cases where these dolls have ended up with normal trash and caused a scare with passersby, fearing that they had found a murder victim.
Jesus Christ. Okay, that's kind of funny.
A number of shrines and temples were already holding funeral-like services. It's estimated that more than 2,000 of these kind of dolls are sold in Japan each year. Japan's Human Love Doll Company is basically looking to cash in with 3 different funeral packages priced from $200 dues. Or euros or whatever it is. This is a UK site.
No.
So each plan comes with a commemorative photo and a video.
So after you finish blowing her plastic back out. She don't even know.
Before it's dismantled, a portrait of the doll is taken, and a worker can read a letter addressed to the doll. The owner is given a piece of the doll as a keepsake, while the rest is disposed of.
A piece of the doll,
like
the torso.
Get those titties. just one boob.
No, just the throat. Like I'm just gonna use this for later.
The website says as the number of love dolls has increased and it has been easier to get them, it is inevitable that that the dolls that age quickly will increase, and it is estimated that the disposal of love dolls will eventually become a problem. There are high-risk cases in which a love doll was actually sent out as large garbage and was reported or mistaken for a murder case. A funeral ceremony is dedicated to the precious doll that you spent time with. We deliver your last affection to the doll.
That's gross.
It's a little weird.
A little?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Okay, I'm up next. Fuck, stop having sex with dolls.
They won't.
No, they will not. Belgian waffles may be about to become more environmentally friendly.
Are they making them out of bugs?
Yes.
Great.
And
by great,
did you guess the place? I'm sorry. Was
Belgium.
Oh, yeah, because I said it. Well, I said, yeah, Belgian waffles. I mean, it's kind of specific.
I just thought Belgian waffles were just the style of waffle. I was going to assume this was some bougie place somewhere that was like, what if we just like ground up crickets and turn them into waffles?
I mean, I feel like that's probably what's happening here. Scientists at Yet University in Belgium are experimenting with larva fat to replace butter in waffles, cakes, and cookies, saying using grease from insects is more sustainable than dairy produce.
You eating it?
Yeah, I'd try that.
Yeah, I'd try it. If I don't have to like see a bug, if it's just made using.
I feel like you wouldn't even know. I feel like you wouldn't even know.
It probably wouldn't impact the taste in any meaningful fashion.
I say that, but at the same time, the very idea of roach milk makes me want to throw up.
Yeah.
Like that, I can't.
Look, if you give me...
I can't. I just can't.
Look, if someone gives me a food and has me eat it and then comes afterwards and says, hey, I made that using roach milk, I'm burning their house down.
Roach milk is a disgusting, just turn of phrase.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, so sure. I mean, look, any more things that are sustainable like this, I think are good just generally. But yeah, I would try it. But again, let's not use roaches for anything.
No.
They need to be eradicated from the earth.
Yeah, roaches serve no purpose.
No, they just live longer than everything else during a nuclear fallout. Like, no, we don't need milk from them. But yeah, sure, why not? Apparently, Andy bought me something and is mailing it for my birthday. So whatever it is, I'm sure it will be something weird that I'll probably have to eat on air. So
I hope
look forward to
it's
that.
one of those like really hot chips.
Oh
no, it can't be. The chips aren't that hot. I need you to.
No, we didn't get the real ones.
No. The real ones are not fucking around. You know?
I need you to drink like some sort of hot sauce, like
I have
like
the last
hot
dab.
ones. Yeah.
Oh, I'd like to
need
try
you-
that actually.
Yeah.
I need you to drink the bomb.
Nigga, I had that. I had some of that.
Gross.
No, that made tears just were streaming out of my
The
eyes.
difference is that
Yes, I did once
like
before.
the bomb doesn't
kinda
even
wanna try it.
taste good.
It
Probably,
No, it doesn't.
Every time
I heard it
someone
doesn't
tastes
taste
that,
good.
they're like,
It
yo,
just
this
tastes
is
like fucking
disgusting.
chemicals.
because
Gross.
it's basically just capsaicin. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I heard it doesn't.
awful.
It's awful.
Yeah.
No, I have the last dab, and like the last dab will like you're gonna cry, but it at least doesn't it doesn't taste bad. Like the
Yeah, it actually has a
heat-
flavor.
Yeah, it has a flavor.
You ever had that Old Bay hot sauce?
No, I can't
No,
get my
so the
fucking
fuck
hands
out.
on it.
Yo, it's not. I mean, it might as well be syrup. Like it's not hot at all.
Word.
Yeah,
Weak.
like actual Old Bay on crabs is
a little
more of
spicier.
a spice.
Oh, then I don't want that.
Yeah, don't bother. Like seriously, like
Just
this
get
is a
some fucking
public service
Franks and mix
announcement.
some Old Bay in it.
It's like Tabasco with Old Bay in it.
Oh, no.
No, it's not good, man.
No, my father-in-law, who's actually upstairs right now, he's a huge hot sauce guy. Like he's like you go in his refrigerator and he's got like 7 or 8 different ones, and they're all just like insane.
Oh, I've got like fucking 6 or 7 different types in my house right now.
His wife, when she was my mother-in-law, when she was alive, she bought him for Christmas one year, just like as his daily use hot sauce. She bought him a 24 pack like of full-size bottles of sriracha. It's like, here you go.
I don't think sriracha's that hot.
It's not.
It's got a good kick to it.
Yeah, it's got a good kick, and it's a good flavor. But no, it's not that hot. But he's also Indian, so
Right,
he's,
that's
he's like
like,
he
this is
just eats fucking peppers like back in the day. This is a nutcase.
I'm a big fan of hot sauce.
Yes.
So I want to try that hot ones.
I'll bring it.
Yeah, the last time I would like to try that. I could go on
I've got
that
a couple
show.
different hot ones, hot
sure?
sauces.
I think I could. Oh, it would fuck me up. I'm not gonna act like I would just
I
be cool.
saw the Pete Davidson one. He looked like he was about to die. Like his voice changed.
I'm trying
he
to
was
think.
in so much pain.
There was one just recently, a new one that came out that I watched that was pretty fucking hilarious. I still think that's one of the most inventive interview shows of all time. Like it's genius.
Yeah.
Absolute genius. Trailers this week, season 3 for Ozark. I guess I'm the only one who's still watching Ozark,
Yep.
which is crazy to me.
Like I've
It's
never seen it.
You would actually probably
would like it.
Yeah, you would. It's super dark.
It's
dude.
a good show. There was one character in the first season that really pissed me off.
The girl.
Yeah. I mean, I heard and she's like an integral part of the show.
She's a great character now.
Yeah, I that's what my wife keeps telling me. My wife loves Ozark.
Yo, it's a super good show.
It really is a good show.
It's a money laundering version of Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
You would
Except the
actually
whole
really like
family is aware of all the shit that's going on.
Sorry, to get back to the coronavirus real quick. Someone who's confirmed to have the coronavirus attended a Tool concert.
Oh, fuck
Oh
off.
my god.
He knew he had it and still went.
Or someone who had someone who has confirmed coronavirus had recently attended a Tool concert.
Good luck with all that. Oops.
We're dead.
Well, I'm not going anywhere.
That's fine.
All right, that's it for us, guys. We will be back next week with another episode. Again, new episode, first episode for Upstage Conversation is going to be out soon by the time you're seeing this. 2 reviews for Onward and Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution.nerd. So look forward to all of those things and much more in the future. All right, guys.
Thanks.
See you.
Bye.
You're watching the Nerdpocalypse YouTube channel. Make sure you click that button to subscribe and check out our weekly podcast where we talk about movie, TV, news, tech, and weird stories from around the internet.